I got a new book. I got a new book because while I've loved this one and I've written a lot of stuff in it, it's not as easy to get a ton of information in it because it doesn't have any lines or anything like that, and I only have a few pages left. I've written in most of it. So I'm needing a bigger book. And I bought another one. And it's brand new, and it's leather, and it is really good quality. There's something about a good quality notebook that is just magical. I've already started writing in it, and it's a lot easier to fit more on the page, for sure. I am going to transcribe a lot of things from my old book, especially things that are essential. All the essentials are going to go into the new book, but it'll be maybe a little bit more organized, maybe not as messy, but it'll have roughly the same ideas, but edited a little bit. So I've already rewritten an introduction to my journal, my magic book, whatever you want to call it. The name isn't important. The name doesn't mean anything. It's just the use of it that's meaningful. So the introduction reads, and I just wrote this, so I'm feeling strongly about it. This is the magic book and journal of a witch. I create my own mind and independently create my own tools. That is the nature of witchcraft, to follow the direction of the self. Triconduction is my own design, formulated for myself. As such, any invitation to its use and knowledge to other beings must be suggestion only. The guiding codes are created to preserve your own being and other beings. Strong magic can overpower the independence of the true self to its own detriment. I define myself in these pages. I explore the psyche, flesh, and environment. I explain the conduction within the three conditions of being. Magic is simply the energy pulled in and cast out. Magic is living, the ability to survive, even thrive, and how that energy is accessed. Powerful magic tends to spread, which is why I prefer something self-contained. Protection from larger beings that request sacrifice of the self. And then here's the first page, the most essential part, the triconduction. I've stopped calling it the pyramid because I realize the pyramid has 4 points on the bottom and then 1 point on the top. So technically a pyramid has 5 points, while this one only has 3. And I don't like calling it the triangle. That just didn't sound right. So I changed it from calling it the pyramid to the being, which I feel like is more descriptive of what it actually is anyway. So I've started a new book, and that's all. It feels good. It feels right. It feels like I've needed to have a better record. Because don't get me wrong, I've been writing this one a really long time. And I have a lot, I used to call it the pyramid. I have a lot of ideas, and I formed a lot of the basics in here. But I feel like I need to organize it better And if there's one thing I love to do, it's organize. Just organizing the mind, organizing thoughts, organizing magic. That is just something that I will always want to do and always thrive with. Because honestly, that's how I grew up. That's how I survived when I was young. And having a problematic childhood. I wrote, I journaled, I recorded, I figured things out. I took a journal, a pencil, a laptop, anything to get ideas out onto paper and not necessarily discuss them with another person, but just to write about it. That was my survival mechanism as a child, after I learned how to write, obviously. And it was a little bit delayed for me. I struggled with reading. And now I find myself writing novels and writing in many journals and on whiteboards to collect my ideas. And it's something that I can't exist without now. It's interesting how that happens. Anyway, that's all. Maybe I'll watch this back later, years down the road, and remember what it was like starting this journey. Starting as of about a year ago, but still starting.